On Apple Valley News now, allegations of discrimination as the U.S. Department of Education opens an investigation leveled at Whitman College in Walla Walla. Plus, authorities say they stopped a drug trafficking ring in the Tri-Cities and seized a large amount of narcotics. And we'll get you ready for a foggy to sunny weekend. We'll explain in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling. Walla Walla's Whitman College is now under investigation by the United States Department of Education because of reports of alleged discrimination on campus. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner joins us live from Walla Walla. Alyssa, what do we know about this investigation so far?
Hey, Jill, the question of what do we know? The short answer is not a whole lot. These investigations do come up from time to time from the Department of Education, but we have been seeing more of them recently and more of the anti-Semitic or anti-Islamic, anti-Arab behavior amid all of the violence in Gaza. Now, in the past week, the Department of Education has opened investigations into Rutgers, UC San Diego, the University of Washington, Seattle, and Whitman College right here in Walla Walla. The Department of Education doesn't give details of what prompted any of these investigations. Now, I did reach out to Whitman College. I got a statement in response saying that the college is cooperating fully, is providing information requested, and, quote, learning about the reported incidents. Although the statement does go ahead and say that they don't know about the specifics of these accusations either. Now, they also pointed out that this is an investigation. It's not a conclusion yet, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on this and find out what comes out of it. Now, Whitman does have an online form where people can report what they call bias incidents, anybody in the community, and then those can also be made anonymously. The college says if you file a grievance, both you and the person that you file it against will have the opportunity to have assistance from the university during the whole process as it plays out. And then the punishments, if a grievance turns out to be legitimate and is found to be real, the consequences for that could range from written reprimand to actually being kicked out of school. So again, we don't know what prompted this Department of Education investigation. All we know is that the investigation is happening. Whitman College says that they're cooperating with it. They're learning about it as we are. So we'll continue to keep you updated and let you know what comes of all this. But for right now, Jill, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
New information tonight regarding the death of an Evergreen College student. According to the Washington State Patrol, the Thurston County coroner confirmed that carbon monoxide caused the death of 21-year-old Jonathan Rodriguez of DuPont, Washington. He died in an apartment Monday night. Authorities say 2 other students were treated for suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. The 20-year-old and 19-year-old women have since been released from the hospital. The State Patrol says the investigation of the timeline and causes of the incident remain ongoing. Carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas. Vehicle exhaust, grills, hot water heaters, and fireplaces can produce carbon monoxide. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can mimic the flu, such as nausea, weakness, drowsiness. It can also cause dizziness and confusion. You can protect yourself by installing a carbon monoxide detector in your home. We're learning more tonight about an issue impacting 911 call centers in our area and around Washington State. According to Benton County Emergency Services, callers to 911 will not hear ringing on the line while waiting for a dispatcher to answer. Benton County Emergency Services says if you experience this issue, do not hang up. Stay on the line until a dispatcher answers the call. Apple Valley News Now spoke with non-emergency dispatch this morning about the issue. The agency tells us that the problem is being worked on, but there's no estimated time for repairs. The Biden administration says it plans to spend over $1 billion over the next 10 years to increase the salmon population in the Snake River. But this is stirring up a lot of controversy for supporters of hydropower and the dams. While President Biden did not call for the removal of the dams in this latest information, several tribes, including the Confederated Tribes of both the Yakama Nation and Umatilla Indian Reservation, say that's not off the table yet. The agreement was filed in Oregon and puts a pause into effect on litigation over federal operation of the dams. Conservation groups sued the federal government in an effort to save several species of fish and point to the dam specifically on the Snake River as to reasons behind the decline. According to the agreement, the government says it will invest in new clean energy projects to offset the hydropower generated by the dams. But farmers and ranchers in the area say they depend on the dams and barges to ship their crops, and the Public Power Council says without the dams, power rates could rise up to 40% or more. Local lawmakers and Washington Governor Jay Inslee responded to the agreement today. Republican Congressman Dan Newhouse says the Biden administration is catering to the wishes of extreme environmental activists that do not understand both the importance of the dams to our region and the consequences of their proposed actions. Republican Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers says she has serious concerns about the agreement and adds it jeopardizes the energy, irrigation, and navigation benefits that support our entire way of life, and it makes commitments on behalf of Congress without engaging us. And Governor Jay Inslee stopped short of throwing his support behind the move after Thursday's announcement. He says he doesn't think the agreement is a conclusion, but it does make it much more likely that we'll have the information we need to make the decision. To learn more about the agreement, go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Let's talk weather. Jason Valentine is tracking your First Alert weather forecast.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far. Hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. So on our evening planner, we have mostly clear skies as we head into our evening hours, unless your city is being affected by fog. And we're going to see plenty of fog for the next couple of days. We're quite chilly overnight. We're going to be right around that freezing mark. So for the next 24 hours, now this is for the Tri-Cities, but this pertains to most areas, we expect to see foggy conditions into our morning hours, and our temperatures are going to be a little below the freezing mark overnight tonight, and our highs tomorrow are going to be pretty much on par with what we saw today. Now this fog will continue, and I know it says cloudy coverage there, but we have clear skies above us. Just that fog is going to most likely hold on tight enough so we won't see the sunshine too much this weekend. So air stagnation happening in the Yakima, Ellensburg regions, more foggy conditions, and a sunny weekend. I'll have that in my full forecast coming up later in the show.
New tonight, the Kennewick City Council has selected someone to fill the council's at-large position 4 seat. The council has appointed Jason McShane to the seat. That happened at today's council meeting. The council says it will swear in councilperson McShane at its next meeting Tuesday, December 19th at 6:30. McShane will hold the seat for the remaining 2 years until certification of the 2025 general election. Starbucks stands accused of retaliation against unionization, and that impacts stores in Washington. The National Labor Relations Board just filed a new complaint alleging Starbucks violated labor laws by closing stores due to union organization, including multiple Seattle coffee shops. The country's top labor body is seeking an order for Starbucks to reopen several Seattle stores and one in Everett and offer workers their jobs back.
This is my livelihood. I did take an hour cut when I had to transfer. I ended up having to step down from a supervisor.
In response, Starbucks denies allegations of union busting and says it respects workers' rights to unionize. If a settlement cannot be reached between the parties, the case is scheduled to go before an administrative law judge with the National Labor Relations Board in mid-August. The holidays are getting closer and closer, and if you're looking for ways to celebrate in the Yakima Valley, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell has you covered.
There are tons of events going on this weekend, and some of them are perfect for families wanting to take their kids on a magical holiday adventure.
There's the Santa Claus trolley in Yakima, where you can hang out with Santa on board a historic streetcar. Or you can head to the Toy Train Christmas at the Northern Pacific Railway Museum in Toppenish to take a train ride to see Santa at the North Pole. Or you can hop in your own car to see the 4th annual Drive-Thru Holiday Light Fest at State Fair Park, featuring food, live animals, animals, and more than 30 miles of string lights. And if you want to see holiday lights while making a difference, there's the Holiday Lights Extravaganza at Yakima Valley Museum, where you can donate $5 from your admission to any of 36 local nonprofits, each with their own special holiday tree. It's the last weekend for all those events, and they're all under $15. But if you're looking for something free, the Downtown Association of Yakima is having its first holiday market in the new space on Yakima Avenue. Or you can go to the Moxie Lighted Parade. Both are on Saturday.
You can find more details about those events and others on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Christmas is under 2 weeks away. Do you have gifts or Christmas cards you need to mail? Next, the mailing deadlines to ensure your items arrive in time for the holiday. Plus, a colorful convoy in Kennewick. See the spectacle that drew so much attention last night. And a mixed bag this weekend. Jason Valentine has the details in his First Alert forecast. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Shop Goodwill, changing lives through the power of work.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or all in a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 handheld battery blower. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. We are under 2 weeks until Christmas, which means if you need to mail holiday packages soon, you'll want to do that really soon in order for them to arrive in time. The deadline for Postal Service Ground Advantage and First Class Mail is tomorrow, December 16th. The deadline for Priority Mail through the Postal Service is next Monday, December 18th. Priority Mail Express deadline Wednesday, December 20th. Retailers anticipate a spending boom for the last full weekend of in-store shopping before Christmas and as shipping deadlines close in online. But when crossing items off a child's wish list, experts say safety should never be overlooked. Karen Kafa with what parents and gift givers should know in the busy home stretch.
An exciting time for kids and new holiday toys can be risky if adults aren't mindful.
Kids are curious. That's just how they are. And that curiosity can sometimes lead to, accidents.
Dr. Purva Grover of Cleveland Clinic Children says ingestion of toys, small batteries and magnets are a worry in her pediatric emergency department.
We are very careful about those kids who have ingested these potentially life-threatening objects, which are often part of toys or part of things around the house during holiday time.
It underscores the importance of reading the labeling on toy packaging to determine whether it's age appropriate.
Often it will tell you if the product contains small parts or other hazards that would be inappropriate for those young children.
Joan Lawrence, Senior Vice President for Standards and Regulatory Affairs for the industry group, the Toy Association, says U.S. toys must meet rigorous safety standards. But some online resellers may not be peddling the real deal.
You're going to want to make sure that you shop with a retailer you know and trust. You're going to want to do some research on the product. Read the listing carefully. Are there typos or inconsistencies in the description or the photos?
And as smart toys continue to boom in the children's space, Lauren says a gift with internet connection can be a good time for a talk about tech.
Teach them about privacy, teach them about never sharing their information online or photos online, those kinds of things. Teach them about having a password and changing it frequently.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
The Lower Valley Christmas trucks brought some holiday cheer through Kennewick last night. You can hear them coming. There's usually no set route, but last night the trucks ended up at the Gisa Carousel of Dreams, where a lot of people gathered to see them. Tonight, the Christmas trucks will be joining the Granger Christmas Parade starting in about 15 minutes at 6:30.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Again, hope you've had a wonderful day today. So air stagnation, we're seeing it in some of our areas, more foggy conditions on the way, and a sunny weekend. The reason for that question mark, we have sun on the way, just this fog is holding on tight enough, and with this air stagnation now, it could be causing us not to see that sun, even though it is up there. So until 10 o'clock on Monday morning, we do expect to see that air stagnation advisory continue for the Kittitas and Yakima County areas. So that means that air quality is going to take a hit most likely this weekend, and this advisory could spread to other cities. It just depends on how bad it gets. So taking a look at our future cast, this is what we're looking at. Clear skies throughout all of our areas into tomorrow, into Sunday. But the only caveat is that fog could hold on. Even if it's at 90%, it could be well high enough where we just don't see the sunshine, even though we have clear skies. Now, we've had some odd weather for the past week, and we're going to continue to see that into our upcoming week. We're kind of in the middle of two weather systems that are just around us, so to the north and to the south, and we're just staying right in the middle, kind of the eye of a hurricane, more or less, just no hurricane around. But still, with those weather patterns not near us, we're just seeing very average and calm conditions. So our temperature trends, they're going to continue to be just below or just above our average as we move along into our next work week, even to the first day of winter, which is Thursday. So what you see is what you're going to get. Upper 30s, lower 40s for the next 7 days. Look at this wind. This is why we're not seeing any change in our air stagnation, why the fog is prevalent for your weekend. Light winds into our next work week, though we could see a little bit of breakage on our Tuesday. So here's our almanac. We are just around our averages for this time of year. Look at this, though, minus 22 in 1999. My goodness. In Yakima, we're well below our average for our low and below our average for our highs. So still just kind of dealing with just cool temperatures. So overnight tonight, we do expect to be right around or just below the freezing mark with plenty of fog. So this is our coolest overnight period in a bit. As we head into our Saturday, do get ready for more fog, or it will look like cloud coverage, but plenty of sunshine up there. We are above the freezing level, upper 30s, lower 40s across the board. 7-day forecast for Yakima, lower 40s, upper 30s for the week ahead. Overnight lows right at or below the freezing mark. And we could see a little bit of fog for the Yakima area, not as much, but rain showers on Tuesday could be changing our weather pattern. In the Tri-Cities area, we continue to be chilly, upper 30s through Monday, then warmer next week. Overnight lows will get back above the freezing level as we get to next week as well, but still chilly conditions out there. And in Walla Walla, deep fog for the next weekend at least. And again, these rain showers on Tuesday might help flip the script on, well, this weather pattern we've seen all this week, and it's going to continue well into next week. Hopefully we see a little bit of a switch as we enter the holiday weekend next weekend. So for tomorrow, there's sunshine up there, but if that fog holds on, you won't see much of it. Have a wonderful Friday evening.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Every Friday in the tank.
15 years, never seen anything like this.
New dreams come true.
I'm trying to build a legacy for my family.
That's the beauty of Shark Tank.
I didn't know I was gonna cry right now.
I believe in you.
Shark Tank, new tonight on ABC.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now $29,999. Plus, get 4.75% interest for up to 48 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills and simply toss those old bottles of pills. But thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on and your information is gone. Look, an identity thief can use simple information to get access to your credit card. Then you're responsible for the bills. But ID Police permanently prints a unique encryption graphic that makes it impossible to read through, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. And it works on all forms of paper, matte or glossy. Paper shredders are slow and always jam, but roll with ID Police and you're in control. Watch again. Here's a bank statement with your name and account number. Now, one easy roll and all your personal information is blocked. Name and address? Blocked. Credit card number? Blocked. Phone, electricity, and gas bill? Now they're all safe to toss in the trash. So relax. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. And those applications or pre-approved checks make you vulnerable too. So block it out before you throw it out and thwart any thief with the ID Police. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, but it is available online or on the phone. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Take control with ID Police on patrol. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-1624. That's 1-800-803-1624 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-1624 now.
Welcome back. Leaders from around the world gathered in the United Arab Emirates this month for the UN Climate Summit. In the end, they left with a new agreement on how the world's nations should respond to the climate crisis. ABC's chief climate correspondent Ginger Zee reports.
After 2 weeks of meetings and debate,
COP28 has wrapped in Dubai. The final agreement, dubbed the UAE Consensus, is being hailed as a historic signal for the world's nations to move away from burning fossil fuels for energy.
This is a sea change moment, but it doesn't mean you've solved everything overnight. We have to keep pushing.
There were some other wins touted at the conference, with an historic first-day agreement to establish a fund to help nations most vulnerable to climate change respond to its impacts. Climate activists have also praised some of the agreements that reduce methane emissions and increase renewable energy. But climate scientists say the world is still far off track to meet its climate goals.
It's also clear that just by producing renewable energy and not providing regulatory and other method to decrease fossil fuel use, we won't get to the outcome we need. We won't reduce our emission by 50% by 2030.
With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
It's quite a Christmas light show. The video Washed Out released with some holiday cheer. That's next. But first, Jason Valentine has your reason to smile.
Hey, it's time for our Reason to Smile, brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco. A beautiful Tri-City sunset. Photo is from Anonymous. If you have a photo you'd like to share, send it to slee@applevalley.newsnow.com.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
George and Heidi use Verizon for their mobile service. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. Both couples have 2 lines and both get unlimited data and nationwide 5G. But there's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more.
That's too much.
Way too much.
Plus taxes.
And fees.
With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. All with no added taxes and no hidden fees. Start saving way more. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today. Dan and Tina save big. Over $1,500 in savings.
Really?
Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, and they get reliable coast-to-coast service with a connection they can count on. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free for a year. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today.
It's that time again.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds on brand name mattress sets.
All remaining models from last year's inventory are on sale.
Here's your chance to get a comfortable, great night's sleep at up to 60% off.
Don't hesitate, or else you'll have to wait another year to take advantage of these incredible savings.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Is your home in need of a remodel? Then transform your living space with help from Costless Carpet.
Have you heard about Costless Carpet's new Rhino SPC? It's changing the flooring industry. Durable, waterproof, with amazing looks that are blowing our customers away. Rhino SPC has 20 and 30 mil wear layers, making it more durable and easy to install. Costless Carpet stocks over 25 different visuals and has wide planked woods and 12 by 24 tile designs too. To find your nearest store, visit costlesscarpet.com.
When you're looking for low maintenance and safety for you or your loved ones, Bathfitter can help with our unique tub to shower conversion. There's no lengthy renovation. Bathfitter is the only company that offers a patented seamless shower wall. And each Bathfitter installation comes with a lifetime warranty. Bathfitter's biggest sale of the year is on now. Contact us today for an appointment. We can be there as soon as tomorrow. Many jobs are being installed in less than 2 weeks at the lowest prices of the year.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy new year.
Washington's Department of Transportation is really getting into the holiday mood. The agency posted this video to its X platform account. As the music plays, the lights blink in tandem with the beat. Apple Valley News Now reached out to WashDOT to find out which vehicles were involved in this video. The agency says 3 snow plows and 2 utility trucks were used, and none of the plows have names. We asked because WashDOT has a few plows known by humorous names like Betty Whiteout, Sir Plows-a-Lot, Plowy McPlow-Plow, and the Big Leplowski. New information regarding the death of actor Matthew Perry coming up. Plus, it's a consequence of less light and colder conditions we experience this time of year. What you can do to combat seasonal affective disorder. Also, a major drug bust in Tri-Cities leads to multiple federal indictments. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
The shorter, colder days of December can be difficult for people struggling with their mental health. It's a time when feelings of sadness or depression could be intensified. Prosser Memorial Health is raising awareness of the issue, and I spoke with a psychiatric nurse practitioner about what to do if you're feeling low during this season. A gloomy winter day can have a big impact on your mood.
It gets darker much earlier, it stays darker longer, and so the brain doesn't have that much exposure to the light, and it just starts, we don't get enough serotonin, they believe, that's produced, or less serotonin at that time of the year.
And for those who are already struggling with anxiety, depression, or bipolar disorder, their symptoms can be intensified.
They'll have feelings of sadness, maybe even feelings of hopelessness. Sometimes the people either feel like they want to sleep more, and sometimes they feel like they want to sleep less. People can find that they have changes of appetite. If it gets really severe, sometimes people can have thoughts of suicide or self-harm.
These are indicators that you should see a doctor or mental health professional, or call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. But psychiatric nurse practitioner Heather Morse says there are some preventative actions you can take before you reach this point.
I think some things that you can do to protect yourself from that is continue being social, continue doing healthy daily activities, make sure you're eating well, make sure you have a good sleep routine and are sleeping well, make sure you exercise. Exercise, I feel, is so important.
And when there is a sunny winter day, get outside and soak it in.
Being outside in light exposure can be very important in decreasing the symptoms.
Morse says people living in eastern Washington are less likely than those on the west side to be affected by seasonal depression because of an increase in sun exposure. If you don't feel comfortable reaching out to a healthcare professional, Morse encourages you to speak to family or friends to get support. And again, the number to call if you have are having thoughts of self-harm or suicide is 988. Let's talk weather. Jason Valentine is tracking your First Alert weather forecast.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far. Hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. So on our evening planner, we have mostly clear skies as we head into our evening hours, unless your city is being affected by fog. And we're going to see plenty of fog for the next couple of days. We're quite chilly overnight. We're going to be right around that freezing mark. So for the next 24 hours, now this is for the Tri-Cities, but this pertains to most areas, we expect to see foggy conditions into our morning hours, and our temperatures are going to be a little below the freezing mark overnight tonight, and our highs tomorrow are going to be pretty much on par with what we saw today. Now this fog will continue, and I know it says cloudy coverage there, but we have clear skies above us. Just that fog is going to most likely hold on tight enough so we won't see the sun shine too much this weekend. So air stagnation happening in the Yakima, Ellensburg regions, more foggy conditions, and a sunny weekend. I'll have that in my full forecast coming up later in the show.
Kennewick Police tonight announcing 8 indictments as the result of an investigation by the Tri-City Metro Drug Task Force. The investigation lasted more than a year. Authorities released this photo of the evidence seized during the investigation. The task force began investigating an alleged drug trafficking organization with gang ties in 2022. Authorities say the drug ring distributed fentanyl and meth in the Tri-Cities area. The investigation resulted in the federal indictments of 8 people and the seizure of guns, 2 pounds of cocaine, 76 pounds of meth, 238,000 fentanyl pills, and $18,000 in drug proceeds. 7 suspects have been arrested. Investigators say 1 suspect remains outstanding. Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced his almost $71 billion supplemental budget. One of the highlights is an additional $64 million to combat the opioid epidemic.
One pill can now take your life. The fentanyl's the nuclear weapon of drugs, and we've got to up our game against this scourge.
A part of the money would go to equipping first responders with Narcan, a drug meant to reverse the effects of an overdose. Governor Inslee also wants to set up 20 smart machines filled with the drug in areas with high rates of opioid overdoses. The state legislature will vote on the governor's proposed plan when they return to Olympia next month. Protests in both Washington and Oregon regarding the Israel-Hamas war. Thursday night, more than 100 demonstrators blocked a bridge in the city of Seattle for more than 4 hours. The group Jewish Voice for Peace called on state lawmakers to demand a ceasefire in Gaza. One of the protesters who has lived in Gaza says this is more than just about stopping the violence.
I was there as a Jew. Everybody welcomed me into their homes, and I just want them to be able to live freely and with dignity and peace.
This is not the end. We are not going to let business go on as usual when there is a genocide happening in the name of Jewish safety, and our elected officials are doing nothing. Our government is funding this.
Members of the same group also shut down the Burnside Bridge Thursday night in Portland, Oregon. Protesters gathered around a large menorah as speakers spoke to the crowd. Meanwhile, the U.S. urges Israel to minimize civilian deaths as they continue their campaign against Hamas, sending top officials into the region for meetings. Liz Landers has more on their visit to the Middle East.
Top U.S. officials are in the Middle East today as the war rages on between Israel and Hamas.
Thank you for your support.
President Biden's top national security advisor meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu in Tel Aviv, reiterating that Israel has a right to defend itself against Hamas, but also saying,
I have and will continue to state President Biden and the United States' commitment to preserving space for peace, for a two-state solution where Israel's security is guaranteed.
This comes as President Biden says Israel has been engaged in, quote, indiscriminate bombing, and Sullivan is urging the country to scale back intense fighting and instead pursue a, quote, lower intensity operation. Sullivan also traveling to the West Bank to meet with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who urged the U.S. to press Israel for a ceasefire. The U.S. Defense Secretary also in the Middle East, attempting to ease tensions after U.S. troops and commercial ships continue to be attacked by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. Meanwhile, officials in the U.S. and around the world have been concerned about the conflict spilling over into other countries.
We're working around the clock to identify and disrupt potential attacks.
And a potential terror plot was foiled after suspects in several European countries were arrested after authorities say they indicated they'd attack Jews and Jewish institutions.
That's ABC's Liz Landers reporting. The IDF announced that they mistakenly killed 3 Israeli hostages during combat in Gaza. The agency expressed remorse over what it calls a tragic incident. New information tonight regarding lead contamination linked to recalled cinnamon applesauce pouches. An FDA official says someone may have intentionally contaminated the product. Jim Jones, the FDA Deputy Commissioner for Human Foods, told Politico the matter remains under investigation. According to the FDA, at least 65 children under age 6 have gotten sick after eating the cinnamon fruit pouches sold under the Wanabana, Weiss, and Schnucks brands. So far, all signs point to someone in the supply chain purposefully contaminating the pouches. According to the New Jersey Poison Control Center, contaminated spices are incredibly common. Sometimes it occurs naturally because of metals in soil, but other times it's intentional to add weight to a product. Lead is toxic to humans at all levels. A blast of severe weather taking aim along the East Coast. The storm wreaking havoc right before the holiday travel rush. We could see both some fog and sunshine this weekend. Jason Valentine has your first alert forecast. But next, we now know what caused the death of actor Matthew Perry. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Before the tree was trimmed, before the stockings were hung, before the meals were prepared, and yes, even before Thanksgiving, before the carols, bells, and lights all aglow, it was already home. At McCurley, we know it's the people, traditions, and memories that make this season bright. And that's why we're here. Because a vehicle is more than just a vehicle. It's also one of the ways you bring the holidays home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-284-4157 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-284-4157.
Your Seahawks are back on Monday Night Football as the Philadelphia Eagles come to Seattle for a primetime NFC showdown. The Eagles battle the Hawks at 5. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now primetime. It's all Monday night.
Welcome back. We now know the cause of death for Friends actor Matthew Perry. According to the Los Angeles County Department of the Medical Examiner's autopsy report, Perry died from the acute effects of ketamine. That's an anesthetic which also has been used in some mental health treatments. The report also says the 54-year-old drowned in his pool, but says that was a secondary factor. According to the report, coronary artery disease and the medication buprenorphine, also used in the treatment of opioid use disorder, also played a role. Perry died October 28th at his Southern California home. In his memoir, Perry talked about his struggle with opioid addiction. A major pre-holiday storm now moving across the country. The system heading east expected to create dangerous conditions from Florida to New England this weekend. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
A massive storm system is sweeping east after wreaking havoc on western states. The severe weather coming just ahead of the holiday travel rush.
If East Coast area airports are impacted, it can slow down the planes getting to other locations. So this could slow down travel all over the country.
The same system dropping a foot of snow in northern New Mexico and causing treacherous driving conditions in Colorado. Parts of Florida already prepping.
Let's rock and roll, bro. I'm ready.
Fort Lauderdale issuing flood watches and wind advisories ahead of the storm. Officials saying tornadoes and wind gusts of up to 45 miles per hour are possible, along with up to 8 inches of rain. Crews installing these flood barriers along the beach wall openings to protect nearby buildings from storm surge and sand.
We saw them putting the barricades up yesterday, and we knew it was going to be not beach weather.
In Texas, officials say they're prepared, reassuring residents that a repeat of 2021's power outage crisis will not happen this winter season.
Power grid is as ready and reliable as it has ever been for the winter season. We have more generating and dispatchable resources available to the grid than we have had in any prior winter in history. So we are ready for that.
ABC's Rena Roy reporting. On Sunday, the storm is set to start making its way up the Atlantic coast, dropping several inches of rain in Georgia all the way up through Maine.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Again, hope you've had a wonderful day today. So air stagnation, we're seeing it in some of our areas, more foggy conditions on the way, and a sunny weekend. The reason for that question mark, we have sun on the way, just this fog is holding on tight enough, and with this air stagnation now, it could be causing us not to see that sun, even though it is up there. So until 10 o'clock on Monday morning, we do expect to see that air stagnation advisory continue for the Kittitas and Yakima County areas. So that means that air quality is going to take a hit most likely this weekend, and this advisory could spread to other cities. It just depends on how bad it gets. So taking a look at our futurecast, this is what we're looking at. Clear skies throughout all of our areas into tomorrow, into Sunday. But the only caveat is that fog could hold on. Even if it's at 90%, it could be well high enough where we just don't see the sunshine, even though we have clear skies. Now, we've had some odd weather for the past week, and we're going to continue to see that into our upcoming week. We're kind of in the middle of two weather systems that are just around us, so to the north and to the south, and we're just staying right in the middle, kind of the eye of a hurricane, more or less, just no hurricane around. But still, with those weather patterns not near us, we're just seeing very average and calm conditions. So our temperature trends, they're going to continue to be just below or just above our average as we move along into our next work week, even to the first day of winter, which is Thursday. So what you see is what you're going to get. Upper 30s, lower 40s for the next 7 days. Look at this wind. This is why we're not seeing any change in our air stagnation, why the fog is prevalent for your weekend. Light winds into our next work week, though we could see a little bit of breakage on our Tuesday. So here's our almanac. We are just around our averages for this time of year. Look at this, though, minus 22 in 1999. My goodness. In Yakima, we're well below our average for our low and below our average for our highs. So still just kind of dealing with just cool temperatures. So overnight tonight, we do expect to be right around or just below the freezing mark with plenty of fog. So this is our coolest overnight period in a bit. As we head into our Saturday, do get ready for more fog, or it will look like cloud coverage, but plenty of sunshine up there. We are above the freezing level, upper 30s, lower 40s across the board. 7-day forecast for Yakima, lower 40s, upper 30s for the week ahead. Overnight lows right at or below the freezing mark. And we could see a little bit of fog for the Yakima area, not as much, but rain showers on Tuesday could be changing our weather pattern. In the Tri-Cities area, we continue to be chilly, upper 30s through Monday, then warmer next week. Overnight lows will get back above the freezing level as we get to next week as well, but still chilly conditions out there. And in Walla Walla, deep fog for the next weekend at least. And again, these rain showers on Tuesday might help flip the script on, well, this weather pattern we've seen all this week, and it's going to continue well into next week. Hopefully we see a little bit of a switch as we enter the holiday weekend next weekend. So for tomorrow, there's sunshine up there, but if that fog holds on, you won't see much of it. Have a wonderful Friday evening.
In a time when good service is hard to find, turn to Mel's Inner City Collision in your time of need, serving the Tri-Cities for nearly 50 years. With towing, repair, painting, and more, trust in Mel's. Mel's Inner City Collision, treating you and your car with respect.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Save big now during the year-end sales event at Valley Nissan. Take advantage of our best selection in over 2 years. Discounts so big, the manufacturer won't let us post them. Valley Nissan is dealing on every new Nissan in stock. We must sell them fast so we can earn more from the manufacturer. Save on Rogue, Frontier, Altima, Titan, Pathfinder, and Sentra. Every vehicle tagged with full savings, plus get top dollar for your valuable trade-in. Don't miss the year-end sales event going on now at Valley Nissan.
During the holiday sale at Furniture Row, I could show you 1 sofa, 1 table, 1 mattress, even just 1 bed. But then you'd miss out on the hundreds of other sofas, tables, beds, mattresses, and accessories that make up Furniture Row's incredible selection and guaranteed lowest prices. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. Shop the holiday sale today, only at Furniture Row.
We hope you're having a happy holiday season.
Today, Prince Harry winning a lawsuit against the publisher of a British tabloid. A judge ruling journalists had hacked his phone to get information. Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, have been living in California after stepping away from royal duties 3 years ago. ABC's Tim Pulliam has the latest reaction.
Prince Harry winning his phone hacking lawsuit against the publisher of several British tabloids, Mirror Group newspapers. A judge ruling Harry's phone was probably hacked to a modest extent by MGN, the publisher of the Daily Mirror. The Duke of Sussex, who now lives in Southern California with wife Meghan Markle, awarded nearly $180,000 in damages. After Friday's judgment, his attorney reading a statement from the prince.
I've been told that slaying dragons will get you burned. But in light of today's victory and the importance of doing what is needed for a free and honest press, it is a worthwhile price to pay.
Back in May, Prince Harry suing Mirror Group newspapers along with more than 100 claimants, including the estate of the late George Michael, accusing the newspapers of illegally gathering information on them over a 20-year period. After the verdict, journalist and TV personality Piers Morgan, a former editor at the Daily Mirror during that time frame, denying that he had ever had knowledge of or anything to do with this or any other hacking. He also strongly criticized Prince Harry.
He demands accountability for the press, but refuses to accept any for himself for smearing the royal family, his own family, as a bunch of callous racists without producing a shred of proof to support those disgraceful claims.
In the end, the judge ruling Friday there had been extensive phone hacking from the publisher from 2006 to 2011. After the court's decision, MGN acknowledging wrongdoing took place, saying in a statement, "We apologize unreservedly, have taken full responsibility, and paid appropriate compensation."
That was ABC's Tim Pulliam reporting. This is just one of 6 lawsuits Prince Harry is pursuing against British tabloids. Meantime, earlier this week, in a separate case, he was ordered to pay the publisher of the Daily Mail $60,000 in legal fees for his failed challenge to a libel lawsuit. We'll have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities, a fantastic local nonprofit that serves kids and adults with developmental disabilities, to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts, we'd always feed them some kind of really healthy meal like pizza. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our family's lives. Really getting an opportunity to meet these young people that love unconditionally, to be in a relationship with somebody like that has been life-changing for us. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits. So for us, it's really important to get involved, to volunteer, to create a place where everybody's included, support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here.
Then, give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors. The celebration of life and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's traveling to the holiday family dinner in an efficient Accord hybrid, or heading to a hike to burn it off in a powerful CR-V hybrid. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Let's take a final look at the weather. Here's Jason Valentine.
Good Friday evening, everyone, and let's get you ready for your Saturday. This is what we're looking at tomorrow. We're going to be quite chilly in the morning hours, and again, we do expect to see even just a little bit of fog for Yakima. Going to keep all of that sunshine away. Temperatures just a little cooler than today in the upper 30s as well for the Tri-Cities. Do expect to see overnight and morning fog yet again, and it's really not going to let itself release. So those light winds continue, and we'll keep an eye on air stagnation for other areas. That air stagnation again through Monday morning for the Ellensburg and Yakima areas. And it's been quite foggy for Walla Walla for the past couple of days, really all this week. It's going to continue tomorrow. It's going to continue on Sunday, and then what will appear like cloudy conditions, but still plenty of sunshine above us. I hope it breaks through over your weekend. And again, I hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. We are back tonight at 11.